How you doing, friends? Welcome to another episode of the Sneaker History Podcast. I'm Robbie. He's my man, Mike, and we're happy to have you here. How's it going?
Good, man. Can't complain on this side. How about you?
On this side of the coin, it's not too bad. I can't complain. A lot of cool stuff happening. A big moment for LA. Some new Air Max technology. Kobe shoes. Fun episode. But before we dive all the way into it, make sure you like and subscribe this episode, follow us on socials, and please join our Discord. It's a fun place to be. But Mike, what you been rocking, man? What you been copping?
What I've been rocking,
or looking to cop. There's two ways to look at rocking and copping. It's what you've been wearing and what you have maybe already bought or what you're looking to buy.
On the radar. So rocking, promptly enough, we're talking about Kobe. Actually threw these bad boys on the day. Crazy one, aka the Kobe. This is just such a weird looking shoe that is awesome on foot. I think me and you kind of agree on that. That it's just so just out there, just shouldn't probably be worn. That it's perfect.
So tell me if I'm wrong. I love the comfort of that shoe personally. They're mad comfortable.
No, they really are. For me, it took a wear, like half a wear to break them in right around this area. But once I got going, it was a super comfortable shoe.
It really, like the midsole really forms to your foot well. It feels nice.
It's almost like a foam posit, I guess, when that kind of molded into your foot.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my rocking. Now my copping is going to be from the great folks over at Reebok. It's going to be the preseason 84. And this one, or 84, preseason 94. Their turf shoe is recently released. And this thing is really cool. It's actually very comfortable as well. I just threw it on foot when it got here. And it's super comfortable. And this is just a really, really cool looking sneaker. I mean, really simple colors. I mean, I guess the turf shoes coming back between this and some of the Deion Sanders stuff with Nike. So this is right on time to be, I guess, a popular shoe or, in demand when it comes to the style. So this one's my copy.
Yeah, that preseason 94 looks very nice. Not a big strap guy, but I like the color blocking on that. It's like a Hurricane football.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of funny. Like 2 years apart too in release. Kind of funny there. For me, I've been rocking these 1-star from Converse, the collab with the band Turnstile. I put these like silvery pink laces in.
Ooh.
And it kind of gives me like Golden Goose vibes. If anybody's familiar with that like luxury brand, I don't know how to describe them. They're like they're a weird thing, but these are mad comfortable. I was surprised. So I have a couple 1-stars. The tongue on these have elastic wings on them, so it holds your foot in and the tongue doesn't slip around. That's made these infinitely way more comfortable. Weird fun fact, because all my other 1-stars, the tongue are slipping around, like old tongues. They kind of go to the side when you're walking around. These are more comfortable and the leather is more plush. They feel really nice. But I just love that glittery pink star. I think this looks different. It looks cool. Looks nice. Big fan. They're out now. Go check that out. There's also 97, not 97, a Chuck 90. So many 90 numbers today. Be sure to check out that Turnstile collab. And for Coppin, I still don't have a pair of New Balance 9060s, and I want them to go more on sale, but I want a pair.
Nah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like the big, bulky,
the chunky
midsole ones.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to be out of fashion by the time I buy a pair. But I don't know. I saw a couple styles in public over the last week, and I'm like, I see them on, maybe 10, 20 bucks off, but I'm looking for like $50 off, $60 off.
Yeah, get them to that nice like $80 price point.
Exactly. So that's on my radar. I'm not looking to buy too many things right now from a footwear perspective, but those New Balances do look very nice.
Yeah, no. Not one I've like had my eye on, but I've always seen it. It's like, you know what? If, like I say, right price point, right color, I'll pull the trigger on it.
It can be pretty darn cool. So let's get right into it. A big Kobe day coming up on 2/8. they're debuting a new statue to commemorate Kobe. And I was just going back and I was like, there's a couple statues out there. So Crypto Arena, I almost called it Staples again, but it's Crypto Arena.
Wrong place.
Chick Hearn, the famous announcer, Elgin Baylor, LeBron before LeBron, Jerry West, needs no introduction, Kareem, Shaq, and Magic. So, of course, Kobe should have a statue out there. They've been talking about it for a while. We knew it was going to happen before he died. He's just that big of a guy. That guy, right? He's probably one of the mayors of LA. I think of the Kendrick Lamar line where he's like, I'm the only one next to Snoop that can hit the button and like mobilize like the West Coast. And I was like, Kobe could Magic could do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Shaq played too many places. At one point, Shaq definitely could. But, just like those LA icons. So to commemorate him with the statue is very fitting. And we were talking before the show, like what sneakers or like what moment do you think they're going to put on there? And what was the one we both thought of at the same time?
Same time, easily his last game wearing a Kobe 11s. I mean, that one's kind of, I feel like I think most people would agree on that.
I would do like the Mamba out, like his hand up, like it's like the wave. Right. Like that's what you would do
one.
wearing those shoes.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be probably the best one I could think of. But I think there's a couple more. You had one as well, like a different one.
Yeah. When he jumped up onto the table at the 2010 NBA Finals Game 7, he's wearing the big stage Kobe 5s. But, everybody knows, this him on top of that table looking iconic. The big baggy jersey. It's kind of funny how like baggy those jerseys fit around like the midsection. But yeah, the big stage Kobe 5 is already bronzy, right? Gold, bronze. Like I think that could be, depending on what color the statue is, that could be a good one. But what's our last contender? Our big three.
The last one, I think, is the first championship that him and Shaq won together, wearing the Adidas crazy one or the Kobe. I think that one is pretty significant because that's just, what him and Shaq started that dynasty at that time. But also, if the person is sculpting this, I mean, that's, I think, probably the reason why Jordan had the Jordan 9 on. It was easier to sculpt. So I feel like the way the crazy one or the Kobe is actually built, the bulkiness of it may be easier to sculpt in comparison to some of the more sleeker sneakers out there. But technology's come so far, so that can make no difference, honestly. It's
kind of insane that the Jordan 9 is on that statue. Like, you're 100% right. I had to think about it. Like, damn it, he's right. That's, of all the shoes, the one he wasn't playing. But listeners, let us know. Should it be, the final game moment, 2010 finals, or the first championship? So can't go wrong. Excited to see it. I'm actually leaving LA 2 days before, so wish I would have had that worked out right. But sometimes it happens. But Kobe stuff is going to be happening from an Adidas perspective now as we speak. You could probably go buy a pair of some All-Star shoes. Mike was seeing something on the Adidas.com earlier today.
Yeah, they were supposed to release on the 15th, but in true Adidas fashion, they're just like, man, let's push the button whenever we want. But it's the Crazy 8 or the KB8, whatever vernacular you want to use. But it's the All-Star edition where they took the black, purple, and white. The
98 All-Star game. It was
exactly
fan voted in and played against MJ. And
they only thing I know a lot of people don't like is that they're sticking these, instead of putting just an 8 on there, they stuck a 98 on there. But I went to the website earlier. About 80% of the sizes are gone right now. If you're between like a size, I think 9 and maybe 10.5, you have a chance. But small sizes and big sizes always traditionally gone first, and they're gone now. And then we have another rendition of the Kobe's coming out. That's going to be that sunshine color like I showed in our Rockin' and Coppin'.
Yeah.
That's going to have the 01 stamp on the tag. Now, I'm a little iffy on that one because the color from the picture seems a little off, and they did the laces weird, because if you guys notice, the laces on the Crazy One are like two-tone, like the black and gold, and then just the all gold. But the one they're doing is kind of an all gold, and the shoe looks a bit darker. So this is closest to what Kobe actually wore in that game as opposed to what they're putting out. So kind of wary on that one, but I think the KB8 or Crazy 8 looks fantastic. 11, everything looks great on it.
It's interesting to me that the 8 was removed because the print of the 8 is kind of it's in that throwback Lakers font, and Nike owning the NBA partnership for jerseys, the Lakers, like it's odd to me that they changed that, but I could see why. It's a stupid reason why, though.
I mean, the shoe's still called the Crazy 8. I mean, like, just put the 8 on there.
Yeah, it's crazy. Things always change, right? But this season, Victor Wembanyama sits out healthy scratches games, and Kobe got fan voted in as a rookie playing off the bench, trying to get as many minutes as he could, and just trying to get in the game behind Eddie Jones. And I'm sure Wemby wants to play. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely a Greg Popovich thing. But Wemby can't get enough minutes. They're on a minute restriction as a 19-year-old. That's freaking insane.
Trying to get a second number 1 pick. That's what they're doing.
But I think it highlights just how different Kobe was, right? I mean, I think an element we don't consider enough is how many athletes switch sneaker brands and then nobody cares anymore. Like the popularity wanes. To have enough of an Adidas catalog to retro some different models, but to have that and the Nike stuff and both be cool and both at the time and hindsight, like that's never going to happen again. Like I'm thinking of like, I mean, it feels stupid saying like, Gordon Hayward or Kyrie Irving, but it's just like you have a Nike contract or something and you decide to go elsewhere, or you have an Adidas T-Mac, right? They severed partnership with Adidas. He's not going to keep making shoes, but like to have 2 whole legacies of 2 different shoe brands is
no one
insane.
Has that. Yeah, no one has that. I mean, I think the closest people to stay sneaker relevant after switching brands is going to be probably D Wade, and you don't see any D Wade retros from Jordan Brand or Converse. But I think it's pretty awesome that his shoe, his way away with Li Ning is super popular among hoopers. So I think he probably is the most like still prevalent, and he's retired. And then what Kyrie Irving's doing, he seems like people are interested in what's happening with Anta. Again, it's going to hold up when his shoe comes out, and everyone's kind of over the mystery of the change. So I guess Kobe's just a different breed with that.
D Wade is an interesting tale because I believe 2 shoes with Converse, and then 3. I think the third one was scratched with Jordan Brand.
Yeah,
maybe the third one came out, but the third one's why they didn't do it. But when the way of Wade was first announced, everyone thought like, "Oh hell no!" Like it was an vehement no, an adamant no. At least for me and many other people on the forum days, like who wants you're on Jordan Brand? Who wants a Ling Ning?
Yeah,
D Wade signature brand, and he has proved us wrong. I still haven't ever put my foot in a pair, but
I have 1 pair. It's actually
they do well enough. I mean, they're marketable. He's marketable. It's interesting. The Kobe stuff. There's also that numbers. It looks like there's numbers on it. The Kobe 8 Pro.
Yeah, 2-8-24.
Yeah. It looks stupid. I mean, I'm not even going to try for that one. That's probably going to be the Kobe you can get.
I guess I better try for that one then.
That's where your mom's like, "Oh, you wanted Kobe's? I was at the mall and they had these here. Enjoy, son."
They're just bad colors. Like, why go emerald? And I mean, the purple makes sense. The white, was it the Sunday whites used to wear? Makes sense, but I don't understand the emerald color. Like, I didn't get why they went with that one. Why not do white and gold or white and yellow or black and gold?
They would try to sell like the Hornets aspect of it, but like
it's barely Hornets colors.
Yeah, it's interesting because Vanessa Bryant showed some different PEs that she has.
Yeah,
the white and pink Kobe 4, all hearted out Kobe 8.
Those are clean, actually.
Like an animal print Kobe 8.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want any of those either. But the whole point of that is you can make cool looking Kobe 8s, and what this one is not one of them.
Yeah.
And it's a bummer.
A Dodger 6 she showed?
a Dodger 6.
Yeah.
There's also the Philly Kobe 4 coming out. That one I've always thought looked really cool. I remember it sitting at retail, not sitting, but like, oh, I saw them around. Never, wasn't interested, or maybe they just didn't have my size. But the little like star details on there, really cool. It's a clean shoe. That's easy storytelling 101, right? Oh, he's from Philly. Like,
yeah.
Philadelphia 76 are looking Kobe 4. That one I'm 100% behind.
Oh yeah, this is classic right there. I mean, that one, the one I want to get is the girl dad one. I know me and Roy talked about this one. It's kind of that suede-ish looking one. I'm really interested to see that material change on the Kobe 4, but just one of those ones. I feel like, I want to try to get it. Again, it might be a futile effort, but I'm gonna try.
Mm-hmm. I'm also pretty happy to see the amount of like Kobe 8 halos I've seen legitimately customized or personalized. Both in the NBA and just online. So, I mean, if Nike's going to give you an all-white engineered mesh sneaker, it's begging for it. So it's really cool to see people not be afraid to do something with that.
Yeah.
But I'm curious how many I'm going to see. I see people on Threads post, you don't even see human beings wear Kobe's in the street. People just like fetishize them and sell them, right? Being in LA this week, and I'm curious how many I'm going to see. I'm not bringing a pair. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit the motif.
Last time I went was that March? None. I saw exactly 0 Kobe's on anyone's feed, and I was up and down. Was that like the Melrose and Fairfax area? Like the first day I went,
yeah,
and I saw 0 Kobe's on feet anywhere, like near like sneaker stores and nothing. I'm like, this will be the place where everyone's wearing them, right? Like.
Last time I was in LA, I wore my PJ Tucker Kobe 5s, and no one else had Kobe's on except for me. Fuck it, I felt cool though. I like those PJ Tucker 4. But that's also, I said PJ Tucker 4, PJ Tucker 5. That's one thing I would love to see. Not particularly PJ Tucker, but just like, that's such a weird, personalized, 2 times in one paragraph, personalized shoe that like, it's a new idea. I guess it's a storyteller of PJ Tucker enjoying Kobe shoes. It doesn't have to be that deep, right? But like, let DeMar DeRozan cook and release the shoe. Like, let these people who wear Kobe's actually come out. I do believe the silver DeMar DeRozan one came out, right? It was like a silver like 3M looking Kobe 5.
Yeah, it had like the lines in it that looks like a, I don't know what you want to call it, but it just has like it was
that was trash. That one wasn't it either. Do better than that. But there are sick color. Like, you can do some really cool stuff out there. Halliburton, right? Yeah. Darius Halliburton. That could be a really awesome.
Booker. I mean, scrap that trash shoe he has, and let's go ahead and release his PE Kobe's.
Yeah, that's an interesting. When I saw that Booker, the book one in person, it looks like you could roll your foot in it. And what's coincidental is that the Bucks game in Portland last night, where the Blazers won, of all surprises, no one saw that one coming. Many players on the Bucks had the Freak 5 on, and that shoe also, it's set up weird, man. It's like some of these Nike basketball tech shoes, there's some beautiful ones, and then I can't front the GT Cut and the GT Jump 2. I think it's the Jump 2, right? Is the one that like Wemby's wearing, like the big men are more wearing.
He's wearing the Hustle 2. The Jump 2 is the one, that big chunky one that the Joker was wearing before he switched brands.
Yeah, forget that one. The the one that you said. I saw like Michael. I almost called the Michael Red. Oh my God, what's his name? Chris Middleton was wearing a pair of those last night, and super clean on foot, like on court. Like, that's a good looking basketball design. Great for Nike. Mm-hmm. And the last thing I kind of want to touch on, I should have. No, we'll bring that up another time. We'll bring that up more on All-Star Weekend. But there's a lot of actual like All-Star shoes coming out here in the next week, and interesting choice by Nike with some kind of throwback inspired designs. We'll touch on that.
We got to talk about it, though, because there's no cohesion behind any of it. You know how it usually is like, oh, here's our running theme. This is what we're going to go with. Somebody did this with a paintbrush. It's like, this is what we got.
But there's a John Morant one also in the All-Star edition. I'm curious if he'll make the All-Star team.
Doubted. No, he didn't. We already did the
he's been hurt too. He's ineligible.
Yeah, he's broken.
What am I thinking about? But just like I don't want to end on a bummer, so we'll think of something happier to talk about. But no, it's just a bummer because Zion was hurt during the kind of the run of his footwear. Right, he's 3 shoes in and he's missed a lot of time.
I forget about him sometimes.
His first shoe comes out and he can't really play in it. But the Ja one does look good. The Ja one All-Star also looks good to me. Is what I'm getting to. I think it's one of the better looking, if not the best looking colorway of that shoe.
Yeah, you have the LeBron 21 All-Stars, like kind of all silver, not bad looking. Yeah, we got a bunch of. There's some stuff out there. I think honestly, the best All-Star shoe right now so far, again, goes to AE. I think I love that kind of like bronze chameleon looking AE one he has coming out.
Yeah,
we won't go too deep today, but I think that's a good topic because there's actually All-Star shoes coming out. But I feel like a lot of what's happening, they're playing on nostalgia, the brands, because nothing fun is coming out with anything new.
And we're hardly even the sneaker history podcast anymore. We're just the Anthony Edwards sneaker podcast now.
When you got a winner, you got a winner.
We talk about it. What's one other shoe? Let's switch it up. We always talk about the Anthony Edwards. So let's end here. So the Air Max DN, right? The new Air model is 4 centrifugal pods of various PSI. Alien talk sometimes.
I was like, I'm sorry, NASA? Where are we?
Yeah, right. The DN Dynamic Air. I was like, is it designed air? No, Dynamic Air. It's the new joint. I saw a comment on a post that said, Cookout Uncle is about to freaking rejoice. And I was like,
I got a new shoe, bro.
What's funny, because I do see a lot of like Unkies and like Vapor Maxes and stuff. So I'm like,
dude, that's going to be a new Air Max LTD.
I don't know about that.
That's
a classic. That's a stunner still.
Man, I sold so much of that when I worked at Champs back in 2011.
They're still available now. I'll look online. You can buy a pair right now. Like $150.
I think I bought my dad's
eating off that shoe. Nike's eating off that. But I go back and forth. So the DN, I've seen the 2 drop colorways. I think it's called All Day, All Night, or is the motif. Yeah. It's a day and night play. I'm 90% sure it's All Day, All Night.
That's the black and pink color, right?
Anywho, those colorways are okay. There's an all white one I thought looked really cool. I am a sucker for an all white Air Max. The same way the all white Air Max 90 has been released since 1990. It feels like the all white Air Max 90. That's one. Like if you can't handle the BDE of the LTE, no LT. Oh, too many letters.
Acronyms everywhere.
Yeah, the Air Max LTD, right? That's the one. Yeah. So a lot. If you can't handle the BDE of the LTE, then you buy an all white Air Max 90.
I'm trying to make myself like this, the Air Max DN. I'm trying. I don't see it yet. I'm gonna have to see it in person. Like it's gonna be one of the things if I can get like I'm not gonna lie, I buy this with a gift card. I'm not using my own money for this.
Yeah.
I can't. It's gonna be $200. You already know it is. Like two.
No, it's $170.
Is it?
Which is still too much, but
still too much. You're right.
Unky is not going to be eaten until that's $120.
I'm right there with you. Like, give me $120. Give me a discount code because you can go to Nike when he's released about 2 months later, 25% off your purchase. That's when we're talking right there.
Yeah, so my thing is, I want to try them just to see if that darn Air, the DN, it's not even darn. If it feels different, right? If it makes any meaningful contribution to the Air Max legacy, because the the Air Max 2021 did not. 720 did not. 270
was
really
a dangerous
did not.
shoe to play in or walk
Aesthetically, the 270 crushed it. I still see that shoe everywhere. The Air Max 270.
Oh yeah,
that shoe.
I had a pair that React, and I loved it for a while. But I was like, I was over it because it's not something I think sustainable, like material wise. It was getting trashed real quickly.
But also Vapor Max, fuel all the air. That didn't work out the way we wanted it to. So from that standpoint, I really hope the DN is something cool because I feel like there's been a couple either just like straight up misses or I don't know. Like listeners, what would you describe modern air quotes if you're just listening to this air quotes modern Air Max tech? Because it can be fun, but is it functional? Who knows? You tell us. But the DN, I hope it's something fun from a tech standpoint at about $99.
$69.20 is what I want to buy.
$69.20 with tax?
I want this sucker on deep discount.
And I mean, that's where we'll end here. High note. That's where the sneaker community is healing, right? Because if there's a shoe you like, you have the democratic power to be like, I'm going to wait. And if shoes are going to sit, quote unquote, again, air quote, sit, and you then have the power to buy something at a price point you want, because there's many things on this green earth, not sneakers, where you don't buy unless the price is right to you, right? I mean, various things. Price isn't right, you don't buy it. But shoes, if it's limited or whatnot, the false scarcity, you trick yourself into thinking I need to buy this retail right now. Video games are a great example of this. The brand new day of drop, $70. You wait 6 months, you wait 4 months, $20, $30, $40
free
off.
On Game Pass. Just wait.
Something, right? So that's a beautiful thing because if you're interested in the DN and if you like it, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm interested too. But you should be able to have the choice to get it on your terms. And then, right, that's just an awesome thing. Like there's many shoes out there. Our deals section in the Discord, be feasting in there too. There's a lot of shoes on sale. Good stuff. Good shoes on sale. If you legitimately like shoes, we're the kind of place to hang out. So keep that in mind. Listeners, thanks for tuning in with us. Let us know what Kobe statue you think it's going to be, either the last game, 2000 finals or 2010 finals. Do you like the DN? Let us know. Mike, where can they find you on YouTube?
They can find me everywhere. No, you can find me at Mike Guillory on YouTube. You can find me Instagram and Twitter at MadWatcher789. Of course, I'm always here with the guys at Sneaker History, so make sure you do that first and foremost.
This Mad Watcher over here, always hanging out. You can find me at RAHBEE702. But most importantly, follow Sneaker History. Leave us a review. Drop some 5-star reviews. Whatever feels right in your heart, but go ahead and do it. Thanks for being here with us, and peace out.
See ya.